Hey, all you Zealots and Zerglings, it's time for another 3 versus 3 on the map Shadow Reactor. A very interesting map, but I'll get to that in a second. First, let's introduce our players. I have spawned as the purple Zerg, and my allies are Spartan as the orange Zerg. And we have Bocephus as the yellow Protoss. And I would like to point out, this is our final qualifier. This is the first time we had a chance to run this team together. So the three of us went through our 5 qualifiers all in one night. I think you've seen a couple of them. The last one, a bit of a disaster. Should have won that one, but I would like to point out that at this point we are 3-1 in our qualifiers. So this is our 5th and final game to see where we place, and the people that are going to be trying to control our fate are down here. We have Roland as the blue Zerg, Vapor as the teal Terran, and Smarties as the red Terran. Now, as I said, Shadow Reactor, an interesting map. Our bases are fairly well spread out. I mean, there's some close distance between them. Obviously, Bocephus is a little bit further away, but he's kind of got this base tucked back here. We got some bases tucked back here. This one's a little bit more exposed. How can you get to that? I guess you can just kind of cut across this map. I mean, this one's a little more exposed to flanking attacks, so you got to be kind of watchful of that. But the other 2 bases kind of tucked in there. Once you get yourself established, you can kind of push out here, hold this area. There's a nice watchtower here and a counterpart over on this side of the map. But a lot of this could be down to flanking, because once you start taking more bases, you got to worry about more of the outlying areas. I don't know if this is a map where necessarily center pushes are the best, unless you got a good army, a good death ball, something that can push stuff back that's not going to be wise taking a frontal assault. But we'll have to see how this plays out. We got a couple spawning pools going down here. I've got mine going down. We've got one for Roland. Spartan is also on the way. It looks like Roland's going to be finishing his first, and Spartan's going to be taking that gas there. I'm assuming to get some speed out there. It looks like I've gone for a 14-14 build. I already got that gas on the way, ready to start getting that metabolic boost. Probably getting that queen out first. Queen out? Yeah, get that queen out there. Get that metabolic boost started. Anytime now. I'm not really sure what I'm doing right now. What am I doing right now? Well, that was a bit delayed. And it looks like I'm going to pull a couple of drones off gas, get a little bit of a mineral spike going so I can get my economy rolling. Probably need to expand here pretty soon. Looks like I did do a bit of a scouting mission, did see what we're up against. And we have Vapor is walling his area off, which is not bad for Terran to do against 1 or 2 Zerg. We got another... Oh, we got some Reaper play coming here for... Oh, Vapor's going to be doing some Reaper play. Are we going to be prepared for this? Bocephus can get a Stalker out. He's not making a Stalker yet. He's going to need that to deal with this. He's got Warp Gate research on the way, but he's definitely going to want to get a Stalker out if he wants to deal with the coming Reaper that he doesn't know about. Obviously, he doesn't know about this. I should be okay once I get my Queen out. I would think Spartan should be okay as well. He is going to get a Spine. That'll definitely help right there. Oh, and a Spore. That's not going to help that much against the Reaper, but the Spine will help a bit. The Queen will help. So I think we'll be okay. A little concerned about Bocephus. And it looks like I've taken that watchtower. Those Reapers look like they're ready to get active. Where are they going to be heading? Or is he going to scout his base? No, he's just going to exit out this way. He is going to be heading right towards Bocephus here. Is he going to be ready? There's no Stalker on the way. This could be difficult to deal with without a Stalker. And oh no, he's gonna give him time. If you give him time to get out Stalkers, Warpgate research is almost done. And oh, the watchtower is going to spot that. It's going to give him a little bit of time to respond. He's not going to be able to get a Stalker out, but if he waits a second, he might be able to wait for his Warpgate research to finish and then get a Stalker out that way. And oh, these Reapers don't have any way to escape until they get over here. They can get out any time, and oh, he's heading towards the probes. Oh, he's going to try to flank them with the probes. He is going to force them to retreat rather than to snipe the probes, but there's more Reapers on the way. Looks like I've got 10 Lings on the way, but they're not quite ready yet. He needs to get a Stalker. He started a Stalker, but he needed to make Warp Gates. He needs Warp Gates. He can warp in Stalkers immediately if he gets these into Warp Gates. He can warp in Stalkers immediately. Instead, he's going to try to focus. They're going to try to focus down Cybernetics Core because they know Stalkers are bad, but I don't think they're going to be able to get it. And my Lings are going to try to chase them down. They're going to do a little bit of damage. He's going to run up into the base, and oh, one of the Reapers is going to get caught. But there are more Reapers on the way. He needs to... Why are there no Warp Gates? Bocephus, you need Warp Gates. You could have a couple of Stalkers here and be just fine. Again, going to catch another Reaper there, but they are slippery little devils, I think they're more slippery than lings, because they can do that and then be fine. And it looks like Spartan's a little bit late to helping out this party, but I think we've done it without too much damage to Bocephus. No, it looks like Vapor took a lot more from that than Bocephus. It looks like he did lose 4 probes, though, so he's going to definitely have to kind of keep working on that economy, get some more probes out there. Hopefully he's stabilized for now. We do have a Roach Warren coming down here for Roland. So going to go for the beefier composition. Could work out. I'm tend to go heavy Lings. Lings not as great against Roaches. I mean, you get a good surround, they will eventually take them out, but it's not overly cost effective. We do have a lair on the way for Spartan. Have I got a lair of my own yet? No, it looks like I'm getting my double Evo out. Definitely need to start spending some of this money, but we were a little bit focused on defense right now, and I'm back on economy, going to pump out a ton of drones. Definitely going to need to get that going, get my economy underway, because right now, a little bit behind. Actually, Spartan's doing pretty good this game in his economy, but with those popping out, it's going to catch me up to him and our opponents. Oh, Roland's one basing Zerg. And it looks like Smarties was going to try to push out. Looks like Spartan managed to force him away. Just some Hellions. Not going to be very good against these spines, so he's going to have a hard time finding a good place to drop. So he's going to find my base. This base is a little bit undefended, though. That could be a problem, especially if I don't spot it. I'm going to try to make a spore, but I got to get these drones out of here. I am not responding fast enough. Okay, it looks like they are now focusing on the Queen, so the Queen is kind of serving her job. We get some Lings in there. He's not focusing on the Lings. He's got to focus on the Lings, and oh, not very well executed. He did manage to save a couple of the Hellions. I do have a Spine here and a Queen, so it's probably not his best idea for him to be in here. He may get a couple of drone kills. I managed to anticipate that. He does save it, though. Does he save it? No. No, he does not. And Spartan coming here to help out. That's nice of you, but, I mean, that's nice of you. But it looks like I did manage to handle that about as good as I could. Looks like only a little bit lost. It's got to be more than drones, though. That does not constitute a loss in drones. Unless... No, the numbers don't... Oh, must have been 2 drones and a Ling? Wow, so actually did pretty good at that battle. I thought I would have taken a little bit more damage than that. And what is Roland up for? Roland, you got to expand, buddy. And he's even got a ton of minerals right now. You're going to throw spines at the entrance. He's got spines every kind of... He's got an interesting base defense. Let's put it that way. And whoa, what was that, Roland? What are you doing here? You realize that I could just... We could just fly something down this way, and we've completely thwarted this defense. And these spines are also not protecting your mineral line. So Roland, very susceptible to drops or air harass. I do have a Spire on the way. Evo Chamber's not going to help you out if I get some Mutalisks in your base. But it looks like we do have a push out. Looks like Reaper, Marauder here from Vapor. There's a couple of Marines mixed in there. And an SCV. I don't know. I guess he wants to proxy a bunker. No upgrades, though. Does he have concussive shells? Oh, that's a Marine. He does have concussive shells. And oh, this, I don't know if Bocephus has got enough to... With all these Marauders, this could be hard to hold off. But he is going to get a few good shots and a stim in. Going to start taking out those stalkers. We need to, on this ramp, it's going to be hard for these Lings to get in there and do a lot of damage, but it's about the best we can do. Some of these Marauders in the back are going to be focused on the Lings instead of on the stalkers, but Bocephus losing some power to some of his base, and these Lings have got to get in there and help out, do as much damage as I can. And meanwhile, while he's doing this attack, he's not doing any sort of macroing right now, not rebuilding these forces. And it looks like he may have been able to clean up. We need to get some power to those gateways, but he does have some gates back here. He needs to be warping in some more Zealots. No, he needs to be warping in Zealots here right now. If you got Marauders, you really need some... And Vapor's done. That's it. Reaper harass, 1 Marauder push. It fails, and you're done. Wow, that seemed a bit rash to me. Looks like Spartan has got some Mutalisks out of his own, but he's going to find a base that is not doing anything but collecting money for its allies. So you may want to focus down on these SCVs because he's not going to be much of a macro threat anymore. We just don't want him feeding stuff to his allies. And it looks like Smarty's going to be walling off the backside of his natural. Doesn't want any counterattacks going through there, but you got a bigger problem. You might want to get some missile turrets up. Alright, he's going to start the missile turret production. Got some Marines in there, that'll help out. The Hellions and Marauders, not so much. And it looks like Smarty's going to send some SCVs. Oh, Oh, he finished them, and he's trying to send them back home, I bet. But they finished on the wrong side of the wall. He didn't drop a supply depot to get them back home. So they're taking the dangerous route, but they're going to make it, it looks like. They're going to be okay. Looks like I have some good creep spread starting here. I need to definitely get a lot more. I need to get a queen out here to do some creep spread. You'd be surprised how quickly you spread creep. If you just have one extra queen, you'd be surprised how quickly you can spread creep across the map. And we got Roland going for some Roach Hydra. Not a bad composition, but this Evo chamber so far is not being used, even though he's got a ton of money. Is he going to just put this all on Smarties to do something? Smarties does have an army. 1-1 upgrade on those. No upgrade on those Hellions just yet. Medivacs with quite a bit of energy. This is definitely a force to be reckoned with. And he's going to push out with it. He could use some help from Roland. Does Roland even have his army yet? No, he's got one Roach. He's going Roach Hydra without any Roaches or Hydras. Well, he's got one Roach, if you want to count that. So it's gonna be all on Smarties. Vapor's not rebuilt because, well, he's not here anymore to rebuild. We got Colossi with extended thermal lance coming here for both Cephas and a Twilight Council. Maybe for the +2 upgrades. Maybe he wants to go for some charge lots or some blink stalkers. These Mulisks from Spartan are still going to town. Looks like I'm starting to pump out some Mulisks of my own. I got some 2-1 upgrades coming from my Lings. It's going to take down this wall that these Hellions are not really going to be able to help out with at all. Sniping the Medivacs will be great, but once these Marines come, he is going to have to pull back because they will destroy his Mulisks in no time. And he needs to get someone on that supply depot before it burns down. He's going to be able to burn that supply depot down. Saw some movement from my Lings, but they're just probably just kind of pushing forward to cover some map. And oh, he's got no defense in his base. He's got some missile turrets. These Mules should be enough to take it down. He's going to try to mass repair it. It is not going to be enough, and now these SCVs are in a bit of trouble. He's going to try to force repair this. He looks like he's got it. He's going to be able to push this away. He just wasn't there in time to defend the last missile turret. So he's going to force this back. Going to go for the engineering bay. Here comes the big death ball of Marines, though. He's going to have to retreat out of there pretty soon. +2 armor. The upgrade is on the way. He does have the engineering bay burning down. Is Smarties going to be smart enough to come here and repair this before? Because this upgrade will not finish if he doesn't repair it. And oh, looks like he will be able to get this repaired. It's going to save the upgrade. And we do have some Hydros now for Roland. So he's definitely starting to go into unit production, but he hasn't even expanded yet. He's in a 1-base Roach Hydra. Oh, and he got near the one place you should not be in Roland's base, and Spartan was there. Oh, that is unfortunate. We do have Blink on the way. We have 2-2 upgrades. So it looks like the Twilight Council is getting quite a lot of use. Colossus production is underway. A couple are done. And Bocephus is getting a nice death ball ready, which will be good against this army. If you get the Colossus up there and to protect them, this army will just melt away. And oh, looks like I was trying to snipe some Medivacs. Not sure if I got any success there. And wow, the wind's really whipping in the window right now. I don't know if you can hear that. Hopefully not. Hopefully the mic is shielded well enough that you're not hearing whistling. There's nothing more annoying than hearing wind whistling a microphone. And oh, my poor Overlord. My poor fancy Overlord. And it looks like Spartan's going to be expanding over here, but it looks like Smarties is going to try to push in that direction, but he's got this flanking him, and I think this is a good composition. I don't know if there's enough of it, but I think I like the ratio of Zealots and Colossi and Stalkers. The Stalkers could maybe snipe some Medivacs. They're not going to be able to do that much. And oh, what are these drones doing out here? Oh, even throwing down the Time Warp, but I don't know what Roland is doing. Was he trying to expand there? Looks like my Lings have come to help, and looks like Spartan did lose his base, but we know where he is. And his best bet would almost be to swing this way, because if he goes up against this army, I don't know if it's going to end out with well for him. But oh, he's leading with the Stalkers, which is not what he wants to do. He wants to lead with the Zealots, which is charge done yet? Oh, he doesn't have charge. He got Blink, not charge. He should have gotten charge, and so he's not going to do... Oh, he's going to lose this army. Unfortunately, he did not have quite... See, I was worried he didn't have quite enough. The Colossi are going to try to escape, which is a good idea. He needs to stim and run after him. He needs to stim and run after them. Spartan's got some Banelings coming to help out. He's going to have to pull away from those Banelings. He's going to try to focus down the Banelings. The Banelings are chasing him down. Oh, if he had Baneling speed, this army would probably be toast. He cannot turn around. He cannot turn around. Oh, and the Baneling... Oh, he's gonna save them because there's no anti-air here now. He's going to save 3 Marauders. 3 Marauders are safe, but meanwhile, looks like Roland's got some Mulisks out now, but looks like my Lings are just wreaking havoc in his base. All of his spines are pretty much gone. We got Spartan's Mulisks over here destroying what's left of Smarty's base, and I think that's going to be it. Oh, well, he's got some Mulisks there. Oh, good reaction time there for Spartan. He was keeping an eye on his units right now. It looks like I've got 96 Lings coming out right now. 96, and Hive Tech is on the way. But it's pretty much down. Roland has got nothing. Does Roland have a drone to his name? He does not have a drone to his name. He does have 2 larvae. He could rebuild some drones. And yeah, he's rebuilding a drone. But he does have Colossi here from Bocephus that at any time could snipe him. And ton of Lings moving out. Looks like I've managed to find these medevacs of Smarty, and oh, more medevacs. Did I spot them? It looks like I did. Oh, but those Marines, gotta watch those Marines. And Roland's like, what do I do with this drone? He can't get out of this base. This Colossi, he might be able to squeeze out here, but well, why don't you finish him off? The Colossi can't shoot up. You need to do any damage you can. Maybe get this drone to safety or something. It's not looking good right now. I'm picking apart the rest of Vapor's base, make sure they don't try to utilize any of his production. Sniping what I can. Gotta be careful. Gotta be very, very careful. Where'd that drone go? Did he lose his drone? Units. Did he lose that drone? He lost the drone. He lost the drone. But now the Mules are gonna try to pick off the... Oh, looks like I'm getting some Banelings out now, but they're going to try to pick off this Colossi who is... Oh, he's found something to attack, but he's going to die here. Someone doesn't save him. Oh, that poor Colossi. Taken down by 3 Mulisks with no upgrades. And we're getting Corruptors out now for Spartan. I'm not really sure why. We've not really seen anything the Corruptors necessarily need to be here for. And there we go. There's my Mulisk here to protect Bocephus' Colossi. At this point, I think it's inevitable. I mean, okay, Smarties does have a rather large infantry ball, so I don't fault him for not quitting yet. But it's got to be, you know what? The combat shield on these skinned Marines is actually pretty sweet looking. I've kind of seen their bayonets before, but I've never gotten a good look at that combat shield. That is impressive. Well done, Blizzard. And oh, I've got some burrowed Banelings here. Oh, what's gonna happen here? He didn't quite move up far enough. I don't know if the Banelings got the best hits right there, and unfortunately the Marines are taking out the Mutalisks instead of the Lings, so that was probably not the best engagement I could have done there. If the Lings were holding position, it would have forced him to walk a little bit further forward on top of those Banelings. It might have gotten a little better hit, and his Overlord is getting healed from the medevacs. Kind of a waste, I'd have to say. Roland's even got it selected. Should not be wasting the healing on that. That Overlord's not going to make a difference right now because I don't think Roland's got anything left. He's got 7 Overlords. He's got no larva. He can't do anything. He could feed money to his ally, which might be useful, especially since he's got this going on over here. I don't think he's got enough Marine Marauder to take this on now. And there's Smarties has finished it off. So that's going to be it. We're going to finish this game, finish our qualifiers, going 4-1. Should have been 5-0. I will be happy and slightly horrified to report that we did manage to get into gold off of these qualifiers. Don't know how, but I was glad to see it. It probably means we're going to be harder opponents if we ever get these composition together again. But I hope you enjoyed this game. And have a day.